Personal budgets depend on understanding the difference between fixed and discretionary spending, and if you don't get this right, you won't be able to accurately manage money or answer them correctly. For example, many students classify expenses incorrectly. They might treat groceries or entertainment as fixed costs, when in reality, these are discretionary and can change them from week to week. In a budgeting question, this leads to incorrect totals and poor financial decisions because the structure of the budget is wrong from the start. In this video, I'm going to clearly explain the difference between the fixed and discretionary spending, show you how to categorize expenses correctly, and walk you through how to build and interpret a personal budget step by step so you can confidently answer exam-style questions. So, I'm going to explain to you what income means. So income is money coming in. So it is wages from a part-time job, pocket money or allowance, or selling second-hand items. Whereas expenses is money going out. It is phone bills and subscriptions, transport and fuel, takeaway and entertainment. The difference between fixed expenses and discretionary expenses is that fixed expenses is irregular, predictable, and necessary, while discretionary is optional, flexible, and variable. So with fixed, it is hard to change them in the short term, while discretionary is easy to cut back on immediately. Some examples of fixed expenses are rent, phone contracts, insurance, Netflix subscription, and with discretionary, they are either eating out, clothes, shopping, cinema tickets, and gaming. So, and what example 1 is classification. Classify the following daily expenses as either fixed or discretionary. So, rent is fixed since it's regular and it is required. Netflix is fixed since it is predictable monthly subscription. Eating out is discretionary since it is optional and it varies by choice. And finally, clothes shopping is discretionary, it is flexible and not strictly required. The budget equation is income minus expenses is equal to savings or deficit. So the outcomes of positive savings is that you earned more than you spent and you are building a safety net, while negative deficit is you spent more than you earned. You are overspending. So worked example 2, simple budget. The scenario is the weekly income is $500 and the weekly expenses, rent is $200, transport is $50, food is $120, and entertainment is $80. So you would calculate this by step 1, adding up the total expenses. So $200 plus $50 plus $120 plus $80 is equal to $450. And then you would calculate the savings. So income take away the expenses is $500, take away $450, which equals to $50 of savings. Example 3, the deficit. So scenario is you're given a weekly income of $400 and weekly expenses is $450. So you would calculate that by subtracting $400 and $450, which will give you a negative $50. And that is what you call a budget deficit. So basically, the individual is overspending by $50 this week and will need to dip into previous savings or borrow money to cover the gap. Here are some common mistakes to avoid. So number 1 is misclassifying expenses. So thinking an expensive mobile plan is fixed when a cheaper option exists or calling takeaways a need. Number 2, forgetting small expenses. Ignoring the $4 daily coffee, small discretionary spends add up to massive monthly deficits. Number 3, subtraction errors. So simple arithmetic mistakes. Always double check your total expense addition before subtracting. And number 4, ignoring deficits. So seeing a negative number and ignoring it. A deficit requires immediate action to reduce discretionary spending. So let's do some practice. So these are some basic ones. So classify the following expenses as either fixed or discretionary. Number 1, phone bill is fixed. Groceries is also fixed. Since base groceries are fixed, luxury snacks are discretionary. And number 3 is gaming subscription / purchases, which is discretionary. And number 4, rent is fixed. So let's do another student practice. This is an intermediate one. So the scenario is the income is $600, the expenses is $250, $100, $80, and $120. And I'm so sorry this was accidentally repeated. And your task is to find the total savings or deficit. So here are the answers. Step 1 is the total expenses. Again, add up all the expenses, so $250 plus $100 plus $80 plus $120 equals $550. And step 2 is the equation. So you would do $600, which is the income, minus the $550, which is the expenses, which will give you a total of $50. And yep, so result is a $50 saving. So this is a student practice. So this is what you call an advance. So I want you guys to take a few minutes and try and build your own blueprint. So from scratch, so create a weekly personal budget from scratch. You must include a realistic weekly income, at least 5 distinct expenses. So for example, groceries, shopping, cinemas, going to cinemas, any expenses, and calculate your total expenses and your final savings or deficit. So yeah, just take a few minutes to draft that and practice. And then once you've done that, I want you to analyze your blueprint. So review the budget you just created. By number 1, label each of your 5 expenses as fixed or discretionary. And number 2, if you have a deficit, which discretionary expense would you reduce first? And number 3, if you have savings, what percentage of your income did you save? Focus on understanding your own habits, not just the mathematics. And this is an extension, so it is a percentage of income, calculating expense proportions. So to truly understand your spending, calculate what percentage of your income goes to a specific expense. So in brackets, expense divided by the income multiplied by 100 will give you the percentage of income spent. So the smart saving strategies is pay yourself first. Move a percentage of your income into saving before you start spending. And there is the 50/30/20 rule. So 50% fixed needs, 30% discretionary wants, and 20% of savings. And then just an exit question. This is a final challenge. Income is $550, expenses is $200, $150, and $120. And I want you to find the total expenses. And number 2, determine if there is a saving or a deficit and state the amount. So I want you to pause this and have a go at the question. So after you figured that out, these are the answers. So the total expenses, you would add $200 plus $150 plus $120, which will give you a total of $470. And then you would subtract the income, $550 minus $470, which will give you an $80 savings. And that's it for today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video and